Family in the studio with me. It is Money Monday and the Janai Thornton with some amazing frames on right now is in the house. What's going on, Janai?
Couldn't put them contacts on today, Willie. So we doing the glasses today.
No, I dig the glasses. The glasses are everything. Like some cool frames. So today I want to talk about how to handle your side gig, your side hustle, your other job, the thing that everybody is fighting for their freedom to do and praying that that thing becomes something extremely fruitful. You know, about 1 in 3 workers, 33% of Americans participate in the gig economy. Explain what the gig economy is.
A gig economy, you call it the side hustle economy. That's those of us who have a regular job, but we're also doing something else too.
Yeah.
Whether it's something we created ourselves, whether we're driving for Amazon, we're driving for Uber, Lyft, we're a shopper for Instacart, whatever we're doing, we are doing something else. We have this other source of money coming in, but guess what? They're not taking no taxes out of that money.
So how should people like set up the right structure for their side business, the side hustle business?
Well, I want you to think about it this way. You just said the key word. It is actually a business.
Yeah.
So whether you got an extra $2,000 coming in or extra $200,000 coming in, I want you to treat it as a business. And so the first thing I always suggest to people to do is separate. So that doesn't mean you have to have a separate company created, but at least a separate bank account.
Right.
Let that side hustle, that gig money come into one account, and all the expenses related to that money, allow that to go in the account too. So when it comes to tax time, then you don't have that much to figure out.
Yeah.
But when you have all of that together, your personal, your side money coming in, your expenses all mixed together, the amount of work that it's going to take for you to prepare your taxes, that's why a lot of us get behind or won't do it at all.
Indeed. Hanging out with Janai Thornton, and we're talking about that side gig, that side hustle, that side job that you would love to be your main thing. But it's important that we structure our business because that's exactly what it is. And we know that God is a God of order, so we want to help you do that. Quick question. Somebody online, she checked in and she said, Willie Moore Jr., like what's the difference between a contractor and like getting paid as an employee, the difference in that payment?
Okay, great question. So if you're an employee, that means your employer has done you the great gift of taking out all those taxes for you.
Okay.
Federal, state, Social Security, and Medicare. It's all done. It's handled.
Yeah.
But if you're a contractor, someone has said, here is all your money, and all of that now is your responsibility.
Handle that.
Handle it.
Yeah.
Handle it. And so we have to be prepared to handle it. So for those of us who are living off of that money, when it comes to tax time, a lot of us won't be prepared to write that check.
Indeed.
Because we haven't been saving that money and putting it to the side.
Quick question. Somebody online asked this. They said, Janai, honestly, what can I write off on my taxes and what is unwrite-offable? That's what they said, write-offable.
That's an interesting word. So that answer depends because there's no master list that the IRS puts out.
Yeah.
So it depends upon the type of business you have. So if you're doing hair at your house, you have a certain set of expenses. If you own a daycare, it's a certain set. If you drive for Uber, so it depends on anything that you have to spend money on to run your business is deductible.
Family, listen, we're discussing your side gig and how to make that thing work. You know, we hear this word and we throw it around so loosely, but we don't understand. Sometimes we don't remember that some people don't understand this whole side gig. Let's talk about expenses. What are they? And let's kind of talk a little bit about that.
Okay. So we all know what the income is. Income is the money coming in, right? We want a whole bunch of that. But expenses are, again, things that you're spending money on to run your business. Mm-hmm. So, it depends upon what you do. So I'm an accountant. So for me, I have everything from the people that I pay, rent, software, my cell phone, my car, so that's what it takes for me to run my business.
Yeah.
So that's why it's specific to what you do, but those are expenses. The key is to keep track of them. And so people ask me all the time.
So how do you do that? So if you have everything in one account and you're sitting there and you realize I'm in a bad situation, what do you do now?
Right. So the thing is that you need to do is how do you get organized? Some people are going to do it themselves. They're going to do that spreadsheet, I don't want to call old school, where they're going to add up everything together. And obviously you can use things like QuickBooks. Mm-hmm. Use whatever is right for you. Do not use something that you're like, oh, okay, that's a good idea, but you're not actually going to do it. And so what the IRS also says is if you don't know exactly what your total is, you can make what's called a good faith estimate. So that doesn't mean you come up with some big crazy number.
Okay.
You need to be able to back it up. So if you're not exactly sure, you can say, oh, on average, my cell phone bill is about $100 a month. 100 times 12. You know what I mean? That's how you can come up with it. But the number needs to make sense. Because my advice always is not if the IRS is coming, but when.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no doubt.
So if you prepare that they're coming for sure, then you're going to handle your expenses the right way.
That's good stuff.
Yeah.
Janai Thornton, listen, she's hanging out with us. Make sure that you follow her at Janai Thornton every single Monday. She gets online, Instagram, Facebook, and she goes live. So if you have any other additional questions in terms of your side gig or your side hustle, I'm challenging you to follow her and go look tonight. It's some amazing information. I had the opportunity to watch the rerun last week, and I got enlightened. Come on, somebody.